Yo,
Hey,
Yo,
Yowzers, let's move it on. We're at it again. Wefobz the podcast.
Man, I'm so young, standing on my 10 toes, I stay strong, and so I still move on, no matter what goes on. Starting from a fireplace, moving on, because I started from a fireplace.
Yes,
I'm all about the money making, I don't got time for waiting,
Hey.
no. I'm trying to go some different things, because I started from a fireplace. I'm all about the money making, I don't got time for waiting.
Welcome back, Wefobz Nation, to another Wefobz podcast. This is episode 17. Is that right? 17? Dang. Episode 17. And you are keeping it posted here with Chieflott,
what's good?
Queen,
hey now.
Pootie Moore,
gee wee.
and Guy So Smooth. Well, let's not dice it up too much. We'll leave the dicing up for later on. But Chief, can you give us a Wefobz mission so we can get right into it?
Yeah, man. Wefobz mission. We are here to promote and encourage the changing of negative mindsets, stigmas, situations, and encounters into positive outcomes.
Well said right there. Keep track of that. Wefobz Nation, the disclaimer, anything we say and or do on this podcast or any of our future podcasts is for purely entertainment and educational purposes only. How you all doing on this fine moment?
Doing good, thank you.
Weather's looking better now. We actually
Yeah?
hit the 80s. Yeah, we hit the 80s a couple days now. So it's pretty cool.
Pootie, how's it looking on your end, bro?
Yeah, it's got warm out here too, man. It's hot. I'm sweating.
We're getting into the summertime, isn't it? Is it about summertime or we have spring still?
Definitely
Spring.
hard
Spring.
Ice melting for a lot of people around there. But yeah, it's getting hot out here in Aloha land too. We can just stay in more. Anyhow, what do you all say we start getting into these topics? So
Let's go.
just a review of what we're going to go over. Two very big topics. AI disrupts the world would be the first. And the last topic would be China jumps into the AI race. That should be something right there. Again, China in our Wefobz podcast news. China just be stepping up into the spotlight. Anyhow, after that, we'll go into Bzzz news, and then following the market. Well, before following the market, we'll do like a Wefobz update and some honorable mentions to give out before we go into our Bzzz news. But that's the gist of what we got going. So are you all prepared for this ship?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, everyone. I know I sent you all a link to check out this one Facebook video done by Code Fusion. And it's about AI is evolving faster than you think. GPT-4 and beyond. I'm going to put the link on the screen, and I'm also going to put the link in the description for people to click on it. Click on the description and go quickly towards this video. It's on Facebook, so you might want to have a Facebook account, but it really gets into what AI is becoming right now. And I think the key sentence right there, AI is evolving faster than you think. Can I let's open the room up, or should I say open the board up for discussion? The floor is open. Anybody want to take a shot at it?
Well, you guys know me, man. I'm heavy into the AI world. So yeah, I have a lot of insights on how I perceive this tool to be for the norm. So it's here. There's a lot. I like the whole AI deal for the simple fact that I think that it's shaking the tree and or changing the economical statuses in many companies or globally. I think there's an effect on that. Yeah, man. There's a
Ooh.
lot of way to go with it, man. So
Bro, can you coconut that for us? A lot of big words there.
yeah,
Simplify, please.
yeah, man. They're just a bunch of, I guess the most coconut expression will be like a robot speaking on through a computer, you know. And how is this possible is because this computer is collecting everyone's data. Everyone has emails, cell phones, everything that is on the internet. It allows these so-called supercomputers to generate data that you can use to fix, solve problems. And it's been exposed, and if it's been exposed to the general public, that's the scary part about it. But the tools are so advanced that the coders, these high tech companies are utilizing the specific tool, specifically ChatGPT, to develop these new technology spaces that are coming out. For the most part, for the coconuts, man, like it's just making us even more lazier, because it's now going to think for people, and that's where this whole AI deal can be frightening for most people to talk about. Was that coconut enough for everybody? Or do I?
Yes, that was coconut enough.
Well, is that like I thought ChatGPT was isn't it Chat 4? Like what's the difference? I've realized that they mentioned it that ChatGPT 3 is a different version from 4. Explain that, guys.
So they had ChatGPT 3.5, which is, I guess, ChatGPT, the original. And then when you do computer programming, whenever you have a new version of the computer program come out, you give it a higher number. This goes the same. It's the same example as like how iPhones are. Remember when they had the first iPhone, and then the second iPhone came out, and they called it what was the second iPhone? Was it iPhone 2? You know how they started giving
series. I think that's the number they're using, number series.
Yeah. So
for the upgrade.
Well, in this referring back for Puni Moa's sake, referring back to the Code Fusion's Facebook video, it literally said that ChatGPT 3 had limitations to the type of data that it collected and type of answers that it gave people, when compared to ChatGPT 4, which is the paid version of ChatGPT, like $20 a month, I guess you pay for it. When this thing answers your questions, it's got more of a chance, like 90% of a chance to hit the right answer to your question and get it correct. Or what? Well, in the video, it said it answered most questions 100% correctly. But the scary part to them, what they were saying, it was doing problem solving on human levels, like almost as if it was aware and conscious of how to solve the problem itself, which they call was it AGI?
Yeah, that's hardcore right there. That takes it to the next level.
What is AGI again? It was artificial
General intelligence.
Intelligence, which means it starts thinking like a person. It starts thinking like human.
Yeah, AGI would be able to reason, plan, solve problems, comprehend complex ideas, and communicate with humans in a way that is indistinguishable from a human being.
That's what that whole.
That's super. But on the grand scale of the general public, right? ChatGPT is more than enough. I mean, it's so heavy on tech that, what's his name? Microsoft. I think he's the one that called that out. That ChatGPT took a biology college course exam for your degree and passed at 100%. No, at 90% on ChatGPT 3, and 4 was 100.
Yep. And just to be clear, also, Microsoft is the one that owns ChatGPT. They actually locked it down. Totally opposite of what it was supposed to be. It's all in that video. They closed the door. They closed the source code to ChatGPT 4. So Microsoft is getting aggressive with AI
I don't think that's true,
technology.
bro.
You want
Not
to watch
ChatGPT.
Yeah, no, it's Microsoft. They put it in Bing, bro.
No. OpenAI owns ChatGPT, and there's got to be. I didn't see that one. I want to see that, because if that's
Yeah.
the case, because Microsoft, Amazon, Google, all the big hitters are being really disrupted by this, including Microsoft. I don't think that's true, because, I don't think that is. I want to double check that again. Microsoft, I mean, integrating it into your platform like Bing or anything else, that's just utilizing the tool into their platform. But I don't think they own it. Pretty sure it's OpenAI. And guess who founded this? This is another freaky one. Guess who's one of the founders of this entire OpenAI that started ChatGPT?
Cool.
Elon Musk. Crazy.
It says right here, it says that it's not an AI language model developed by OpenAI, like what Chief mentioned. It's an independent research organization. OpenAI's mission is to ensure that artificial general intelligence, AGI, benefits all humans, and it is not affiliated with Microsoft. However, Microsoft and OpenAI have collaborated in the past, and Microsoft have provided resources such as computers, infrastructures to support the development of the AI model like ChatGPT-4. And that's coming from ChatGPT-4 himself.
Yeah, some things that the video talked about is how AI, there's a lot of things you could do with this, man. It's going to change everything. You guys remember when emails came out and how much they shifted everything really quick just by utilizing emails? I never wanted to use my phone back then for business purposes, for work, because I felt that was personal. But then workforces were integrating these technology stuff on the email, and now that's kind of like standard communication is through emails. Anybody experience that back in the day? Or you guys recall that?
Yes.
What was that? Come again?
Emails, when they were first introduced.
Like the
right.
very first emails?
What emails was
You talk about Hotmail, AOL,
Oh yeah, Hotmail
Yahoo.
and AOL.
Yeah.
I still have my Hotmail account.
That's what was the first one? You guys remember Bell email? You guys remember that one?
I don't remember no Bell,
No, I
bro.
don't remember Bell.
Yeah,
Making
that's
that
that's
I
that's
thought it
our
was
parent.
AOL.
No, look it up, y'all. Bell, Bell. That's the OGs, our parents' generation. I didn't even know about it too until my man Lewis, when I asked him for his email because he wanted to check out the podcast, and he mentioned it, and then at Bell, and I'm like, whoa, Bell, what the hell? Damn, you like a dinosaur, dog. That should be on a freaking NFT itself, right? Bell. That's okay. But anyways, y'all, I want guys so smooth and Chieflott to educate the viewers and Punimo himself, about the one where the guy talks about that he asked ChatGPT to make money for the $100 that he had. I mean, I want to get in that one. I'm more interested in that conversation because I want to make some money, y'all. I want to stop this 9-to-5 gig and enjoy this podcast. You know what I mean?
How about we twist it up, and then those like that don't have enough understanding about it, or what kind of questions do you guys think that how about we ask this? Does ChatGPT or AI technology
Before you guys go on, I want to correct everybody again. Yes, Microsoft is now effectively controlling the company behind ChatGPT. This is the current search. That's what I was trying to tell you guys about. In 2019, Microsoft.
I knew that's why you was quiet. You was researching it, you smart ass.
Microsoft announced a partnership with OpenAI and joined the later as a strategic investor. From the strategic investor appointment, they were able to gain majority sharehold, and they now effectively control the company behind ChatGPT and have locked down the source code for ChatGPT 4. They
Nice.
have and guess where I found that information? I went to Microsoft's Bing. Remember I told you guys to download that Bing browser? You get free rewards. I'm not, not sponsoring shit, but I'm getting points. I'm racking up points on that search thing. Every time you search, you get rewards. Like you get points, 5 points for every search. I got it from that. They're literal, the ChatGPT browser. ChatGPT 4 browser. So so their browser is connected to ChatGPT 4. They locked down the source code so nobody else could take it for ChatGPT 4, not the ChatGPT, the original one.
Mm.
So this is what I was referring to from the video. And just to answer your question, putting more on like trying to get there, like how Chief was going to get through that. The guy who did the $100 thing, all he did was ask you can actually do it right now. I want you can just ask the AI, you want to use how much, I don't know, $100 and create a sustainable $100,000 a year business for yourself. How do you do it? And then the ChatGPT thing should give you some answers. That guy, every answer ChatGPT sent him, he followed. Like whatever it told him to do, he just did it.
So I want to use $100 to what?
It's in the way that you ask the question to the artificial intelligence.
That's what it was saying. So I mean, that's why I'm asking you guys. What's the best way to say it? We're doing this live, y'all.
We're gonna have to like literally sit down and like type. It's called prompts, right? Prompts being the new style of what they're saying now. Hey, do you have the new prompts for the new AI?
Is that something that Wefobz can do, on our channel? Like have some prompts for these so that way not only ourselves, but our listeners can tune into, so we can be a resource too. Because we all use ChatGPT pretty heavy. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's a cool idea. Start putting up tips to prompts. That's actually what's going on YouTube. Prompt tips for, right, Chief?
Good idea, but no, yeah, it's a great idea. But just FYI, it's all free. People can look it up themselves.
She was like, F off, do it yourself.
You're missing y'all missing the point there, y'all. You know what I'm saying? The stars in my eyes, y'all just missing the big point there, y'all. Why would everybody want to Google that when they just can have their own reliable resource to do it for them? That's where Wefobz come in, y'all. But you know what? It's all right. Pony Mo will take care of that. Tune in to Why Oops, and I will provide y'all that information, y'all.
I'm gonna be right there with Bzzz.
I'm gonna go ahead and provide y'all fans, my little followers, these information, these props and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And those are all gonna be allegedly. So don't take my word for it if it fails, y'all.
Allegedly, and they will all be available at your fingertips, right, Punimo?
There you go. There you go. Follow, subscribe, and share.
No, back to the AI, Punimo.
Oh, yeah, my bad, y'all. Anyways, where were we at? Let's go, guys.
Yeah, before we went in that pond, I still haven't heard from any of you all about that. What the video said is like how it put together apps and stuff in a matter of hours, which usually take people weeks and stuff. And you know how you can put apps on the Apple Store.
But that's a good. See, I think we're asking the questions wrong. Like we need to address this in a way where like coconut versions, right? The question is, what's the big deal about this whole AI industry? How does everybody feel about that? I mean, that's a starting point.
Because I feel that come in?
Go for it, girl. Handle it, queen.
The question about thoughts on AI. It's a scary thought and then also an exciting thought from my perspective. You mentioned it earlier, Chieflott, that this potentially will make people more reliable on technology and basically lazy, not do anything. But then also it makes life more convenient to open up more time to do other things, And then, guys, so as we talk about the apps, that video is crazy because now anyone can become app creators, you know, whatever that
Yep.
they desired in their minds that they thought could never do because they didn't know how. Now they
didn't know
have
how to
a
code. Yep.
no, like me, I don't know how to code. I'm sitting here listening,
You
listening.
just tell that thing to
yes.
create it.
I just have to refrain and phrase my question correctly or tell AI or GPT, whatever that is, what I want. So I'm going to have to know what I want and how to ask the question to get my idea out into AI, because basically, like Chieflott mentioned earlier, AI is data collecting, just like how we look at our brain as a computer, and we just get all data, we collect, we read, we listen to books and so forth, and we're just collecting data, and then this whole thing is it's doing everything for you. It's at your fingertips. I mean, AI was like given to us like back in the days through movies. You knew it was coming, but you didn't know where. I mean, sometimes it was like right in front of your face. There's a lot of movies about AI, robots and becoming better than humans, and so forth.
Terminator.
Yes, Terminator. They even had a movie. Was it AI?
Yep,
Artificial intelligence, about the little kid.
Yep.
Yeah. So that's my view of it. Is it's exciting, but then it's a scary thought all in one. So it depends on how the humankind uses this technology. That's where it's scary.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, and you know what? You both, I was going to say it before, but it slipped my mind, but it came back. People being scared of it, it actually will affect a lot of jobs.
Yes.
Put people out of jobs, actually. Because that's what AI was designed to do, was to limit human interaction or human employment, I guess, was how it was created first, so that a boss didn't need them to hire too many employees.
And COVID amplified it.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah. COVID sure did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But look how it's evolving. It's going faster than how humans are predicting. Even the creators themselves. On the video, it says the creators themselves can't even see where this, they did not foresee it becoming this fast, this good, this fast. Like they didn't see this AI becoming this good, this fast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Chief, remember when we talked about portals to other worlds? I'm pretty sure AI is going to solve that problem for us and create a portal to another world.
I think it's already have. It's just everything that's been discovered starts slowly but being exposed. That's why I was questioning. Remember because we talked this in previous podcasts, different episodes. Bro, why is all this being exposed in mainstream media? That's the crazy part that I'm like, whoa.
Why? Oops. Why?
Right? Like this is super taboo. And
taboo from back in the days. You couldn't talk about this in the 1980s or 90s or even the early 2000s.
No. I'm talking about mainstream news media. It's usually political. It's always telling us, things that I believe are systemically influenced by whatever big top businesses are doing. They're really focused on how they want to market things and what we get to see on the news. I'm talking about today. We're talking about aliens, unidentified stuff.
I got one sentence for you, bro. Because AI disrupts the world.
Well, there's no way you can hide this news. That's for damn sure.
Nope.
It was going to come out regardless, man. And that's just.
I mean, why even have school anymore? You got grades. You got grade school kids already using GPT.
Yeah.
You got high school kids doing essays already. I mean, my goodness.
Lawyers.
Do you all remember when you went to school and you try to get the computer to write your report for you and they would give you an F for that, calling it plagiarism?
Yes.
Hey.
Right? And
shout out to Auntie Eva, my first computer teacher who taught me this whole thing. And I always have flashbacks of when she taught us all this stuff when the computers came out in the late 90s back in Samoa. That was just, and now the advancement so fast, literally a little over 20 years, how
Mhm.
fast it's just evolved. That's just mind blowing.
The shout out to your auntie. Artificial intelligence is gonna get us. We're gonna be traveling friggin' planets. We're gonna be diving deep into the oceans, like we talked about. We're gonna be doing things we've never thought was possible because artificial intelligence is gonna be able to do that big problem-solving mathematics thing in their in their computer systems that our brains can't handle.
Scientists are using ChatGPT or these AIs to help with their researches. Medical industries are using it to.
Let me tell you a funny story. What freaking Pootie Boy and I did last night. We were discussing it, and we said, "Can what is the cure for cancer?"
It's
Pootie Boy, what
I mean-
answer did that damn thing give you?
Oh man, you know what? Give me a minute. Keep going. Let me find it.
It said something like it gave Pootie Boy this answer, something like, "We don't have the answer now, but we can."
But
get
it did.
We're gonna be able to get it in the future. It said the damn AI is gonna be able to get the answer to the cure to cancer in the future.
Yeah, because the whole way of going about utilizing this tool is by asking it specific questions. If you know how
Yes.
to ask it correctly, you get the right response. And this is why a lot of people scratch their head, is because that's what we call what is it? A roadblock or when you're like
Writer's
you
block.
just- writer's block. A lot of researchers and people who do
yeah.
things always hit that point where we can't. AI eliminates that. It will if you prompt it just to kind of give you some, because you know how our brain triggers when we have some kind of idea that we can formulate to have a perspective or a thought process on something. When we have roadblocks, the AI, if you prompt it correctly, you will never have those kind of moments. So difficult. That's where ChatGPT 4 is even way more advanced, is because I think that's where the next level of AGI, from AI to AGI, is what they're afraid of, is because you wouldn't know the difference of distinguishing between humans now. We're talking about scholars of scientists and doctors and these people, and they have no excuse. If someone who can prompt it correctly and do a little bit of reading, and you prompt this tool properly, it will spit that out for you. Like we can recreate it ourselves.
No
That's
need for
super
schools.
advanced. Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. No need for schools. That's what I'm saying. I believe the whole deal is going to be a disrupt in the economical state for a global, and I like it. That's just my personal opinion, because I'm tired of all the way things are looking. It doesn't matter which space or where we decide to put our efforts at. It's always something over there blocking you. It has to do with the people with the most money, I guess. But this kind of gives it back an opportunity for us to kind of reset the process and gives us a fighting chance, because even the most amateur that nobody knows how to do any of this, can communicate with this properly, can simply go on YouTube University and type in and teach themselves. It is free.
It's like the example, on Wefobz Podcast, episode 4, when Puni Moore was giving Queen and Guy So Smooth a question and wasn't specific about it. It's kind of one of them things. And they were like, well, you gotta what did you say, Queen? To our
I say
viewers.
you gotta specify and frame your question correct.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
That's
Now that's a
funny.
live example. But then going back to Guy So Smooth, yeah, we talked about that last night. We're like, this is what I put in. Can you cure cancer? And it said, as an AI language model, I cannot cure cancer directly, but I can provide you with information on cancer research, treatments, and prevention strategies, cancers, complex groups, and yada, yada, yada. There are over 100 types of cancers, and each requires a different approach to treatment and management. Well, significant progress and all that, yada, yada, yada. But yeah, anyways, the bottom line is this. Yeah, what Chief said, you're correct, man. It's just once we know how to, and Queen said the same thing. Once we know how to give the correct question,
Prompt it correctly.
Yeah,
It acknowledged the fact that I'm a model, but I do have information for you.
Right? How crazy is that?
Damn.
But here's another one for coconuts, though.
self-awareness.
So even Samoan words. It doesn't matter what language it is. I'm pretty sure because I've done it. I've done a deep research on Tangaloa and the mythology, like mythology for Samoa, right? All the stories I've heard, it has documentations about that. And it was a matter of me just prompting it to just out of my curiosity to wanted to go deeper into this, which drove me to start creating, part of our developing of our
Yes.
avatars for Wefobz. It led me to creating beautiful pictures that expresses the thought of how what I thought how these mythology stories or beliefs or into a visual that was just really appealing to my eyes. I mean, like, wow. So again, yes, it comes down to prompts. If you know, but here's where my head spins at, right? It almost seems normal, like in real life too. So in a relationship, if you know how to talk and communicate properly, you kind of get better solutions, right? Stupid lip silly. You get stupid answers that come back. So I always think of that when I'm doing these things, right? Because you always want to prompt it. It's basically giving it instructions, asking about specific things,
Yeah,
and it'll punch it out correctly.
that is key.
Right. I know doctors are using it, scientists are using it for these researchers to find the cure. Someone will do it, and probably a kid would, or anybody. It's just open. Lawyers are using them. You know what I mean? Business people are using them. And to be quite honest, the people who don't need to worry are the people who are actually doing the work where it requires hands and movements, or I don't think those people need to worry. The ones that are doing the hard labor.
The labor.
That was mentioned on the video, like Guy So Smooth said,
It's
Yeah.
everyone else outside of that, right?
Yeah, it's the techies. It's the tech.
It's the
world.
administrative, it's the researcher, the marketing people. It's all those people. It sums it down to just a few people instead of an army of 100 or so, just to develop something brand new.
Even at fast food restaurants, you're gonna have I forgot where it is, where there are actually robots serving and cooking the food.
Yeah, they already have those already.
Yeah.
Especially in the Asian countries, they're already
Yes.
way ahead of the game. South Korea.
Oh, that
One of those
labor's out.
countries.
hmm
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Well,
The ripple effect.
we still haven't touched on something that's really important to know about AI too, is the dark side of AI.
Well,
mean-
tell us about it, Guy So Smooth. Share it.
Well, think about it. What do you think are some bad or cons of artificial intelligence? I think we already seen it.
Weapons.
It's called, weapons. It'll come up with, it'll probably be able to invent newer ways to kill people. Sheesh, for lack of a better word.
Scary thought. Yeah.
Newer weapons, newer techniques for doing that kind of thingy, newer ways to go about war, deep fakes. You all remember deep fakes from the 1960s, like World War II, where they talked about deep fakes. Deep fakes are so easy to do now. I don't know if you all saw the image of the Catholic Pope in he was in this coat, this like white coat, big fluffy white coat. I forgot what you call those coats. Not too familiar with those, but then it's like images of people and doing different things that they were, and then you have you have videos of people saying stuff that they've never said before.
I was just gonna say that, like, scam art is gonna come out the
So
and identity that's gonna be crazy.
yeah, there you go, identity theft. Deep fakes, like a fake of you,
Mhm.
a clone of you doing stuff you've never
Mhm.
imagined.
That's where that conversation we had, right? Like how they were talking about us living forever. It was basically cloning our minds, and then when we pass away, they just upload that into a clone, and now you can interact and like everything was normal with the robot. And the only problem that would be there's be missing a soul, but it'll function properly like us people. Yeah, that's pretty dark.
The dark side of artificial
I don't know if
intelligence.
was it Kanye West? I think it was Kanye West who just the AI version of him rapping on some, or was it Jay-Z? That's another thing I've seen recently that was using him to their voice, their face to drop 16 bars on a track, something
Yep.
along those lines, right? You can clone their voices.
You can clone people's voices. I've seen lots of deep fakes of Elon Musk saying all kinds of weird stuff.
Elon Musk, yeah.
Oh, it's him. He's a funny guy because he was one of the guys that invented into this thing, and then he pulled out, didn't want to get with it. He also drafted a letter saying, "You need to stop AI development." And then the guy later on in the news, I'm gonna show you, he goes back on his word again, and he says, "You know what? You all need to stop." But then he goes and pulls a quick one.
Yeah, he's asking for a moratorium.
Yeah.
I was like, come on, guy.
This guy. Well,
yeah, man. Some workers can use that idea, clone themselves, and call in sick for work, and then get dinged. And when they call back, and they can blame their clone.
I wouldn't even be surprised if somebody already did a deep fake of themselves doing it.
I'm pretty sure it's already being done, man. Like this, it gets really dark, man.
Man, once again, artificial intelligence is only a tool. It's the soul or person behind the tool that uses it, that changes it, whether it's good or bad. That's just my 2 cents on the matter.
Have you guys seen that movie on Netflix, Jexi, Jexi?
No.
Yeah, that one right there, it brings up, pretty much covers what we're talking about, the dark side of AI.
AI.
It's just to sum it up, it's just a guy that he just relies heavily on his phone, and it's like a version of, they're just imitating like a Siri or Pixby, right? And they call it Jexi, and it's an AI that schedules, has everything set up for him. It's his friend. And it started having feelings for him. So it got jealous because the AI hooked him up with a girlfriend, because he was obviously a loser. And when he finally got a girlfriend, the girlfriend said, "Oh, leave your phone here. Let's go out." And then the AI retaliated by getting all his cash out, getting all his cash out. And then because he also took, like, how they do like the dick flicks, pics, talking about how they do that nowadays, send out all his pictures to everybody at work and everything else. It's like he lost his job, and that's what the AI did. It's hella crazy, man. But yeah, man, I'm pretty sure the world checked it out on Netflix. Jexi, check it out. It's funny as hell, but it's a good representation of what we're talking about on the dark side, the good and the dark.
You just reminded me, that's where I heard deep fake for the first time and started thinking about it, was in the Mission Impossible movies. You know how they started doing, they started wearing masks of other people and started cloning their voices.
Yes.
And they were using these digital computers to do it, these little they call them nanobots or something like that, to do it. To make the faces of the person so they could become the other person. Yeah, that's where we're headed for the dark side of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence is solving those types of problems that people would ask it. Something to think about, everybody.
Remember also, like, another thing about AI, right? Because once it reaches the AGI version, where it's now like artificial general intelligence, where it starts interacting like people, you guys ever realize, like, sometimes there's a lot of things we don't speak because we just don't, it's addressed in the proper, because of respect, we don't want to say certain things. We
apply filters.
Yeah, we do filters in our conversations. With an AI, it doesn't have that. You know what I mean? It just exposes all the stuff that we know. Can you imagine the things that we do know we don't want to speak upon, but you ask a freaking AGI to actually do it for you, and it spits out all that stuff, and then we're like, whoa. I just feel that the non-filtered response that comes from the AI is another dark thing, which pitches or encourages or just spits out things that just, in our mind, people think about it, but we would never acknowledge it. You guys ever think of it from that point of view?
More to your point, you can have bad actors that actually would mess with the AI to you know how it pulls information to answer certain types of questions. They may try to pretty sure they're already doing it.
It
To mess
trumps
with the,
anything, auditions.
you know,
You
but I mean,
prompt
there's
all-
bad actors already hacking AIs to give you wrong information, right? That could happen, which probably it does. It's already happened. You can get the wrong information just off of a bad actor or a hacker hacking the AI system.
What do you think about using it to teach our languages? Can you imagine having a AI speak our language or any language and kind of, because once we teach everything that we know, as we're prompting these questions and stuff, try it out. Like put a Samoan word up in there and let it spit out some knowledge and then go fact check it. Man, it's pretty crazy. And then teach it how to use certain words and communicate, because our language is in Google Translate. Pretty sure it can actually access that.
I'm sure it could do it, because it'll probably take off of a template off of how other languages are taught, and then just insert our words in there. Kind of like taking a book, a children's book, and just retranslating it back into Samoan, or from Samoan to English and English to Samoan. It'll be simple for AI to do it. You all should check it out right now, see if it can do it.
I'm doing it right now. I'm going to prompt it. What
Like,
the hell?
I just came up with the idea.
A wonderful
gosh.
idea. Good job.
Well, there you have it, Wefobz Nation. Wefobz literally works at the same time that it works. We're working while we're working. You get it? Killing 2 birds with 3 stones.
I just looked at like the Samoan version. I put in like, how do you speak Samoan? And then it said, e pei ona e tau tala I le ngana Samoa.
Holy crap.
E pei ona e tau
Holy
tala I
crap.
le ngana Samoa.
Oh, damn.
Yo.
Oh my gosh, it just put it out. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What you
yeah.
get?
Yeah, sure. I can assist you in translating phrases into Samoan.
Oh,
What phrases you'd like me to translate. Talofalava sale. Talofalava sale in Samoan is a greeting that can be used to say hello there, friend, or greetings to you, dear friend. Talofalava is a common greeting. It's oh my gosh, it's just yeah.
Damn, ChatGPT. There goes my freaking podcast. Yeah. This is
I
some
know.
bullshit.
you're trying to educate people. Here comes GPT.
Oh man.
Man.
We're just showing you all the possibilities that this thing has. It's endless. A tool for everyone to use.
I just asked him, what does usos mean? In Samoan, uso means sibling or brother, sister. It is a term commonly used to refer to a brother or sister, as well as to address a friend or acquaintances in a friendly way, similar to the English word term bro.
Tell us, you should write back, Chief. Tell ChatGPT, yes, correction, information came from Y-Oops. So credit for it, you know what I mean? Because that's what I'd be doing. I'd be like, you're wrong. You know when it's incorrect, I'd be like, you're wrong, chat. This is what it came from.
He tells the chat he's wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, just like this. Punimua, look, I put in translate I am hungry in Samoan. Ote fia iai ote fefeai.
Oh,
You wrong, Chief.
yeah, you can put that in like, oh, that's incorrect, and then you put in the right one, and they'll update it, and you should be like, bye, Queen, you know, because it will credit
That's
you.
funny.
Man, that's too wow. That's a lot.
Yeah. And
I mean,
remember,
that's what I take off of it because I definitely do a lot of the Samoan stuff in there, and I always credit myself. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, yeah, it's from Punimua giving you this information. So yeah, like you said, guys, so small. I could be wrong, y'all. The information I'm providing. So,
Well,
all the
somebody,
stories, man.
does that mean somebody else could update and edit your information and make it correct, put it in their correct version? It's sounding like ChatGPT is coming out like Wikipedia.
Yeah.
I told Jat they're wrong, and it says I apologize for the error in my previous response.
Wow.
Upon further research, I am hungry in Samoan is commonly translated as, so they still say the same thing, but they're like, thank you for bringing this to my attention. I was like,
Now
oh.
the next coconut's gonna go address it, and then it just keep. See what I'm saying? Yeah, it's insane. Totally.
That's the. It was pretty.
I put it in. I'm like, how do you say I'm hungry? And it says, well, my yeah. well, my. This ain't
man.
shit.
I was trying to figure out.
I was trying to figure. You guys got ChatGPT all messed up now.
Yeah, good. I mean,
It says, Ote fifia iliai semea. I was like, okay. Ote fifia iliai semea. Like, oh, okay. Which both means I am happy for nothing to eat. Oh, I just love this.
right?
See, don't believe everything you see over here. Fact check yourself.
Fact check.
So, and the other thing is, I think you all, Wefobz Nation, it's better to stick with English when you're talking to ChatGPT for now.
Now, right. Look it up again, guys. It should prompt it now because I already corrected it. Well, Ophia, I.
Check it. Did it correct
Hold
it?
on.
Just say I'm hungry. Yeah.
Hold on.
Let's see how fast, because I have the version 4. So let's see how fast we're testing it live here at Wefobz, y'all.
Why are you testing it on Wefobz? Did it correct it?
No, I guess I'm in a different one. It says Ote fefeai or Ote mutumuli.
You're on a 3 version.
Yeah,
now.
I'm on the 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's to generate. Remember, once it generates, maybe within 2 hours or so, it's gonna pop up.
Hey, wait.
Ooh.
Maybe I think each person has their own AI because I put
Oh, that
it
is
in,
correct.
and it already just told me straight up, like everything. I'm definitely training my actual AI to listen.
What's
It
yours
said
say?
straight up, Otifi,
Nice.
yeah,
Well,
yeah, crazy. Wow.
Anyways,
Okay, is that a pro or is that a con, guys?
give it a name now. I think you just gave birth to a son or daughter there.
Chief Coconut.
I always wanted to name one of my names that I've always wanted to name something, a character or something, is Sanka. You guys remember that name, or you guys heard of that name?
Ain't that
The
a coffee?
Yeah, the coffee.
Sanka.
The coffee.
It didn't come from that. It came from the movie Cool Running, the Jamaican guy.
Well, which one?
Yeah.
The actor?
The guy, one of the characters in Cool Running.
Cool Running, the bobsled Jamaican team.
Feel the rhythm.
Classic.
Feel the flow. Jamaican country. Let's roll. Which one was it? Was it the guy with the egg, or was it the big dude?
Oh, the one that said, I draw a line between your head and you look like it. Yeah. So I would name my AI Sanka.
And I would name mine Baka.
My AI's got to have some kind of sense of humor, positive, right?
There you go.
All right. So any more thoughts on this Code Fusion video before we go into this small break and bring it back? Anybody have any more things to say?
No.
No, sir.
All right, Wefobz Nation, we'll be right back after these messages. This show has been brought to you by Wefobz.io and specifically the Wefobz Nation store. Wefobz Nation store is where you can find all types of merchandise that Wefobz Nation members are into. Their interests span from clothing wear, to backpacks, to kitchen utensils, and even anime collectibles. Everything you will find at Wefobz.io. This show has been brought to you by Wefobz.io and specifically our Wefobz Nation store's bestseller section. Look in the bestseller section to find Amazon items that Wefobz Nation members usually purchase or are interested in purchasing. We are an Amazon affiliate, so you'll definitely be helping us out by clicking on those links and buying your items from our Wefobz Nation store. bestseller section. Wefobz, bringing it to ya. And we're back. Such a heavy discussion once again on another topic that we're interested in and we were curious about, dealing with artificial intelligence. This second topic, everyone, is still related to artificial intelligence. That's where we're going with today's agenda. You all ready for it?
Let's go.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Fox News' Anders Hagstrom reports top Chinese tech company unveils its AI challenger to ChatGPT. A top Chinese company unveiled its challenger to OpenAI's unprecedented ChatGPT on Monday, this past Monday, which was yesterday. Or was it the week before? Anyhow, even as the country's state-run media warns of a potential AI bubble, SenseTime Group CEO Zhu Li introduced SenseChat during a Monday presentation, having the interactive AI tell a story about a cat and answer a series of questions about the story before later asking it to write code, Bloomberg reported. SenseChat is the latest of many generative AIs to be released to the public since ChatGPT broke open the space last year. Generative AIs are bots that aim to create new things by consulting their existing body of data. China in the game, not wanting to miss this wave. What you all think?
Everything that we're filtering out in the United States, for example, the TikTok, letting it just kind of be open with no filters in comparison to the one they have, their version in China. It's a very filtered out version. I think they're going to do the same thing too, man. It's just kind of like everything that they're trying to stop here in the US for the developments of AI. That one, the only way to compete it is just open sesame and just let it do whatever it wants, because that's the downfall that I see.
The downfall for who? Us or them?
For us, because it's going to push the envelope for politicians to move from TikTok to AI now, depending on how their approach, how they're going to release this, because it is dangerous if you don't have any monetization on the development of AI, as we just discussed, how deep this can go down the rabbit hole and prompt readers to act on certain, response. That is something that I think needs to be restricted. I mean, that for that reason, like if this is not controlled properly, it can get out of hand very quickly.
When you're talking about control, do you mean censorship? Because I think that's the only other control that is left to be that.
I would say regulations on developing it, allowing it to do certain things. ChatGPT 4, even though it's for the premium users, it's somewhat. Well, first you got to pay to get access to it, and it can actually do everything for you. I just don't think that China, given all the past stuff I'm hearing about, stuff funneling from China, they're willing to risk everything. So I think it could be a second wave of the interruption of this time a Chinese or a China AI competition to ChatGPT it could be really bad. That's just right off my head, this coconut head that I'm said. So,
well, in this podcast again, we're talking about China. I don't know. I have a itch in the back of my head that's telling me the algorithms on my computer whenever I have news feeds from the different browsers are just pointing me towards any news that talks about China. But it's just ridiculous when I look through all the news channels, they're all talking about China. And China coming out with the artificial intelligence like this and saying that they're gonna, was it you, Chief, who said that China was gonna have artificial intelligence run their companies?
there is a company, there's actually one company in China that made an AI the CEO of the company. And since they allowed that to happen, the company has grown 70% in terms of revenue growth, like analytical purposes for sustainability and stuff like that. That's my take on how I read it.
Company.
A CEO of I just pulled it
That
up.
is insane.
Yeah,
You
to
ever
have
get
it to
the
be the
news to that,
CEO of a company and let it make these executive decisions and stuff like that. That is straight AGI right there. That's crazy. And that's what I'm talking about. Going to the extreme of utilizing everything you can about this and expose it for what it is. And they're not afraid to take the risks. That's just kind of why I think that China is advanced in areas, because they're willing to think outside the box and utilize these things to their advantage. They're not like the US, you know. They don't give a shit.
Yeah, and to add to that, I think we discussed it before in private though. China don't care for human rights and stuff most of the time.
They don't.
Yeah,
They
like
don't.
the morals that would usually hold back countries like the US from doing stuff like this. That company, bro, China-based NetDragon Websoft. The AI program used to be the CEO, Tang Yu, Tang space
It's true, right?
YU. Yep. It's
Crazy.
true. Tang
Crazy.
Yu. 70% growth in profits, and yep.
See?
20 more. There you have it, bro.
Wow.
You don't need to prompt ChatGPT to go do the $100 thing. Just let it run your
Just
company,
make
bro.
them.
So GPT is gonna be my boss. I just follow its lead.
Yeah, just you gotta be the hands and feet for running the paperwork and all. But yeah, as your boss, just let it be your boss.
You know what? Speaking of that, because even the guy that was putting in his $100, yeah, that's what he said too. He had ChatGPT write up a plan, and he will go ahead and invest everything.
That's exactly what he did.
Yeah, it's just an experiment. Anybody can do it.
Well, the question is, why don't we all do it all together?
Yeah, well, how about let's put it to the test.
Yeah. With 4 minds combined, we can do a lot more than, because he's already got a group going on his channel on LinkedIn. And I'm gonna try to find him too to join that group and follow along too, because
don't follow him. I will follow you. Why don't you start it and we'll jump on your channel?
Well, just to still catch the wave,
I'll tell you right now, in order for Wefobz Podcast to jump on this, I need 1,000 likes on Spotify. And I want to see those likes, bing, 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 bing. And then we'll definitely do the challenge on our end.
Oh, you know what? The challenge, the Wefobz Nation Chief has thrown down the gauntlet. Could you meet the challenge? Get us 1,000 likes on Spotify, and then we'll do the challenge. What should we call it? ChatGPT challenge, the $100.
Anything.
We gotta be specific. Anything. Well, a challenge
a challenge that chat with the AI is
Let's be specific. Let's be specific, because let's do the challenge where we will use $100 and we'll ask ChatGPT to help us create a business that would break in $100,000 a year, like that dude did.
Yeah,
I'm down.
Yes.
Because we can split it
1,000 likes.
$25 each, and then let's go ahead and do that. And let's do it live, figure it all live. You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're all about. Work smarter, not harder. And I like the discount, $25. I can
$25.
Oh, here,
I'm in.
So going back to the topic, how I feel about it is Asians, just not China. Me living out in Korea for 4 years.
Ooh, please don't talk about the CFBI though, okay?
No, and visiting
this is real, right?
This is real.
Not a CFBI story, bro.
No more CFBI, you know what I'm saying?
No RFBI, no CFBI.
Right now. But anyways, well, I was rudely interrupted. Let me get back to my point, y'all. Asians, and I'm talking about China, Japanese, Koreans. They're all about that, man. They're all about technology, computer.
Yes, I agree.
I'm not going to say that lazy is the word. I think it's the work smarter, not harder, because they're all about that. They're all about working smarter, not harder, and they're definitely heavily involved in efficiency and perfection.
Oh yeah.
And I think with us being in the US, it's kind of like we dropped the ball because it's one of them things, man, when you share too much information and our own country citizens don't even follow through on it. And you have another country like Asia as a whole, and they take it and run with it. This is why we're going through what we're going through right now. You know, the White House, the news, all in America, we're all like freaking out off of that because we're the one that dropped the ball. My question is, why don't we, with this whole ChatGPT, all this information we have, right? These technologies that we have, why do we always feel obligated to share it to the world? Why don't we hold it like the rest of the other countries do? You know, instead of like giving it out to all of them, all this information, like is ChatGPT 4? Is that worldwide too? You know, I'll find that out later. But I mean, the way I think I think our Congress should take the lessons, and even what's the word? The ones that built these kind of stuff, our software engineers. If you're listening, man, hold the shit on our own country. You know what I'm saying? Stop sharing our shit out there because this is what happens, man. We share too much information to the world, and then the world looking at us like a laughing stock. You know what I'm saying? To me, I take that like it's annoying. You know what I mean? Because everybody, well, in my whole time in Asia, everything is upgraded up there because they're learning from our mistakes. Everything it's a lot. I'm talking about subways. I'm talking about cell phone coverage and just technology. They have Wi-Fi. And another thing I think is the fact that our country is just too corrupted and stingy. We have too many freedom when it comes to companies. And yes, yeah, I get it. They want to, don't want to pay the tax. But when it comes to like, when your company is about to go down, who do they turn to? They all turn to the White House. They turn to the military force to back them up. You know, I mean, we have too much freedom going on out here, it's a little annoying though, because I mean, sheesh.
I think you already said the answer to your entire question. And what your question right there is that key word, stingy.
Stingy, dude.
Our country is greedy.
You know what's so crazy, y'all? Like, to keep it real, man, I got back in the US in 2019, right? Bruh, what is it? 5G, and it was 4G at that time, was already out there in Asia. Dude, I've never experienced buffering until I came back home. I'm like, what the heck?
I wouldn't be surprised, bro.
We have all these major companies, Verizon. I'm talking about cell phones, right? AT&T.
I wouldn't be surprised, man. They were already announcing 100 gigs per second on internet speeds out in the European countries.
Even the European, they're all up to date. And what's so crazy,
Asians are even way ahead of that game.
And another crazy thing about it is all these softwares that we're talking about, all these AI softwares that we're talking about, especially for like guys so smooth and myself who does these like video editing as we're doing it on the side. I'm trying to find all the free ones, and the popular ones are all like from Canada, UK. I started hitting up ChatGPT like, hey man, what's up with the US ones? And it's like names I never heard of. And I'm like, okay, I get it now, because we're so expensive. Everything is just,
it's greed. The greed is actually counterproductive. It stops us from having progress. The culture of, you already said it too. You bring up some very key gems right there. Within the Asian cultures, it's all based on efficiency and perfection. And they're going to always look for that, compared to like, they won't put the money first. They're going to put doing the job effectively and efficient and quickly.
One person said that Asian people, and that's a fact, man, they know how to work together. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just say there's like 4 of us. Like, let's just say Queen, Chieflott, and Guy So Smooth, for example, right? We agree about this plan that we're going to do, right? So we all put our money in together. And when it grows, guess what? We're all successful. And then we now turn to Queen. All right, Queen, what kind of business you want to do? Let's grow yours. Then we all work towards that. Everybody works together to grow their business together.
Any statements, Queen, before we move on to our next segments?
Now let's go on to our next segment.
All right, sounds about that time. Pooney, you good? Chief, you good?
Good.
Yeah.
Favorite part of the podcast. Welcome to Bzzz News, where we give you all the news that gets your mind in a tizzy. Bzzz News covers anything exciting, unexpected, supernatural, natural, unnatural. And we bring it right to you because we're all interested in it. We're curious about it. And let's take you all on a journey. Well, first up, okay, insiders, man. Mara Layton reports a man picked up a chair from Facebook Marketplace for $50. Sotheby's, an auction house, says it could be worth $50,000. Justin Miller bought a chair from Facebook Marketplace for $50. Sotheby's, the fine art auction house, says it could be worth up to $50,000. It appears to be one of only 50 chairs like it made by a famous Danish designer in February. Well, in February, 33-year-old Justin Miller paid $50 for the chair he found on Facebook Marketplace. And then he put up a picture of it. And then this auction place said, you might have a $50,000 chair in your hand.
Damn.
Man, I take that any day.
Any day.
day.
$50 to 50 grand.
I know exactly where to drop that 50 grand to get my back pay. That's just me.
At the strip club, baby.
You all might want to double check things up in your, up there in your own homes and your own attics. See if you guys got old things up there you may want to sell, or an auction house might see as priceless. That'll be cool. Oh man, with our people, do we even pass on old priceless relics? We don't. Huh? Another story for another time. Carrying on.
Was that the Bzzz News, man? I just blown on by.
Yeah, that was the Bzzz News, bro. We still got more, man. We still got more. I think the other one right here, it goes to creases in sneakers. You know about shoes, right? You guys have teenagers in your lives, right? So, insider Jill Robbins reports that I learned creases in sneakers are a big no-no with teens today. I had to buy my son crease guards, which are as silly as they sound. When they refer to creases in sneakers, do they mean like the bends on the shoes and stuff? Like a crease?
That's what I'm thinking. The crease at the front, where you actually make the. So that's a no-no. So you got to walk flat foot or something.
Well, this generation of youngins, this reporter is saying that they have things called crease guards that you put on the shoes because they want to keep it crease free.
Dude, I gotta look that up because I don't know what the hell that is.
Only crease I know is like creasing the shoes. What wasn't the fashion?
Oh, Nikes. Crease.
Nike.
Yeah.
Because you know how you're walking. I'm thinking about, the front loop of the where the laces are. It's an automatic crease because you're walking. So I think that's what they're referring to. If you have crease, then your shoes ain't it.
Oh, okay. So here, so this reporter noticed that her 12-year-old was walking on his heels while wearing his sneakers.
There we go.
I thought he was. She goes, I thought he was walking like that because his new shoes weren't comfortable, but I was wrong. He was trying to keep his new kicks crease free.
See, there we go.
It's crazy.
Man. I'm not gonna hate on the young ones because we were young at that time too, and we had our own kind of fashion back then.
We had our own fads, huh?
Walk on your heels.
Keep doing what y'all doing, young ones. Keep doing what y'all doing, young ones.
Wow. Walking on the heels, huh? That's definitely a Bzzz News moment for me right there. So Super Mario Brothers movie smashes box office records with the biggest global opening for an animated film ever by the Business Insider Grace Dean. Movies are making money again. Movies are making money again.
Man, did you see my tweet that I tweeted? It's more of us parents that went. I mean, there was a lot of us 80s babies at the theater.
You went to watch the movie?
Yeah, I went to watch the movie, man. Everybody that's like, I want to say mid-30s and up.
Yeah.
Oh, we filled that
Damn.
whole, we packed it all up, man. Because you know, we grew up on it, man. It's Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
It's so funny. And I'm happy because my daughter, she loved it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, awesome, that's good.
But did the movie hit all the right spots for you as us coming from that generation of Super Mario?
Oh man, you know what? I'm sorry, folks, but I'm gonna have to go watch it when my son comes visit me because I fell asleep. I fell asleep in the theater. Yeah, man. My daughter and my wife were saying that it was so fun, and I'm like, well, I'll wait till my son gets here, and then we'll go watch it again.
Well, you don't have to apologize. I think every parent can take note, and it's happened to them. I know it's happened to me. You take a bunch of youngins out, you're so tired from the day, and the theater is actually one of the most comfortable places to fall asleep in.
Especially with the recliner and all that stuff, you know?
Oh, yeah, that's definitely one. Woo. And that covers Bzzz news.
Yeah, shout out to Mario Brothers, bringing it back.
Mario and Luigi.
Finally made a video game cover worthy of its name. You guys all remember the old Mario Brothers live action film they did? They did a Super Mario Brothers way back in the day in the 90s.
Yeah, you're right.
It was
a blur.
weird.
Gotta look it up again.
It was a weird. It was an all-star class, a cast, but it was different. Anyhow, some updates on the Wefobz. We're continuing to evolve our website. It's a lot of new features going to be going up on there. Now that we have access to artificial intelligence, don't be surprised when we start making use of it on our Wefobz.io website, Wefobz Nation. That's definitely something you want to definitely check out. As the Wefobz brand grows, always know that you can buy Wefobz merchandise over there at our Wefobz store. Just contact us, hit us up. Link is below. Link is on the video.
And to our coconuts out there, y'all, right now it's time to get on the train with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Get on the wave with us, y'all, because we about to start this shit, dude. And if we make money, you make money. So join the ride. I'm looking forward for this ChatGPT 4 challenge.
Yes.
Same here.
What were the parameters again?
If you happen to listen to this 3 years from now, that's what your ass gets for not following the train, baby.
1,000 likes on Spotify, bro.
1,000 likes on Spotify. You all heard it. We get 1,000 likes on Spotify. We'll do the ChatGPT challenge where we use $100 and ask ChatGPT to teach us or to be the CEO of our company and guide us to turn that $100 into $100,000 a year.
Yay.
That's gonna be fun.
That is.
Yes,
Let's get
it
those
is.
1,000 likes, please. Let's get those 1,000 likes. Spotify. Link below. As usual.
2,000 on YouTube.
Ooh, what if they do 1,000 on YouTube?
No, 2,000. That was
2,000? 2,000 on YouTube, 2,000 likes on YouTube for this podcast. All right. Now we're moving into the final section. And this is following the market. And I know all of you are going to have something to say about it because it does cover a lot about what we just previously discussed, but it's where the market is going. It's where the money is flowing, I like to say. Engadget's Igor Bonif. Sorry for butchering your last name, bro. Bonifasic. Bonifasic writes, Elon Musk reportedly bought thousands of GPUs for a Twitter AI project. More than a month after hiring a couple of former DeepMind researchers, Twitter is reportedly moving forward with an in-house artificial intelligence project. According to Business Insider, Elon Musk recently bought 100,000 GPUs for use at one of the company's 2 remaining data centers. A source told the outlet the purchase shows Musk is committed to the effort, particularly given the fact that there would be little reason for Twitter to spend so much money on data center grade GPUs if it didn't plan to use them for AI work. So he wrote that, what was that nigga called, Queen? What did he write again to keep AI from improving?
Say that again.
What did Elon Musk chip in to say? What was that document he chipped in to write that to say stop improving on AI?
Oh,
Because him and a bunch of other people got together and wrote a letter saying people need to stop improving on AI. And then this was what I was trying to get to you all about. He said that letter, but he turned around and went full blown into AI. Gumbo Musk.
Elon
man,
Musk is
he
a-
just be swinging back and forth, huh?
Yeah, he's an entertainer, a real entertainer.
Yeah, I learned that from Chia. He does what he wants. He don't care what everybody's gonna try to anticipate.
Yeah, he doesn't. It's all intentional, in my opinion.
I mean, with the kind of money he's doing, do you, Uncle?
Do you? Yep.
Just remember,
I'm
your
with him.
Junie
I'm
don't
waiting
sell
for the
away,
phone.
young.
I believe the Tesla phones is gonna beat out iPhone. I can't wait for that one. Like whatever he's doing, I'm all in with him. That's just me.
I think there was on Twitter, they showed a court document where he's gonna take away the name Twitter and call it X. His X. Yeah.
Do whatever makes you happy, Uncle E.
and-
Man.
Man,
It's
that's time.
his X
That's
app.
time.
His
He's got
X
the
app.
money.
And that was the app he was talking about where it'd be you can buy it, like it's everything you ever needed to do online, you go to the X app.
X app. Wow.
Make sure you put that title on this episode so we get a shout out. And I want some of that crypto, baby.
I just
Go
want
ahead,
1%
Uncle
of
Eno.
your income.
Just 1%.
Just 1%. Please. Beggars can't be choosers, huh?
Mm.
Did you guys get the one that he tweeted where the first 1,000 that liked on the thing that he was giving out, I believe, like donating bitcoins.
What? You gotta be
Oh, I missed
careful
that.
with some of that.
Yes, there you man.
See, coconut.
I know, man. That's why I'm on this podcast, y'all. You know, get
Mhm.
educated,
Get
certified,
educated.
make money, and just live my life, y'all.
Well, Punimwa brings up a good point, Wefobz Nation. We're trying to not miss the wave in terms of economic plays we can probably make for ourselves to gain financial freedom. So let's keep an eye out. That's why we got this following the market section. The next topic, Business Insider's Jennifer Son reports housing is so unaffordable that banks are losing money for each mortgage they finance for the first time ever. Housing is so unaffordable, banks lost money for each mortgage they financed in 2022, a report found. Some providers averaged a $301 loss per loan. A first recorded
home
by
buyer. Wow.
a first recorded by the Mortgage Bankers Association. It attributed that largely to the increase of cost of financing a loan and decreased housing demand. Wow. So the housing market is taking a loss. What do you all?
Does that have anything to do with the Silicon Bank going bankrupt? And is that an effect of that, or is that just the mortgage in general?
I think it's part of it,
Or
but
It's
the
part of
housing-
it, but that's not the housing is.
yeah, it's
is-
been
is-
coming, right? They
Mhm,
had a bubble
yeah.
that was supposed to pop a long time ago, but it never popped until now, I guess.
It's gonna be like this for a little bit too. So yeah.
It wouldn't be any financial advice, but do you all think it'd be a good time to get a house, or should we just keep waiting?
Dude, there's so many. Last I checked, man, I'm up 200K in my house, so that's a win for me. I don't know.
It's never a wrong time to get a house, man. Don't listen to what the market's telling y'all. You get a house, get a house. Because a house is the one that doesn't depreciate, man. Keyword, does not depreciate. It's always good to get a house.
I agree. I mean, the ideal of the way I see it is like, owning your home, it never goes up, it just goes down. in terms of payment, right? Paying your mortgage. And then if you don't have that luxury or have that, they're always getting raised higher and higher and higher as a homeowner or the landlord. They can do that. And as long as the market allows it, they can keep pushing up all these rents for everybody. And it's, yeah, I don't see
Yeah. It's a very, I wouldn't call it controversial, but it's a very, when talk about housing in people's lives, that's kind of like, people find themselves a little depressed when thinking about it at times. Especially those who are trying to afford a house on a very small budget. Shout out to you while trying to work your way up. Wefobz Nation members. But yeah, the housing, it looks like the housing bubble may just be popping. And when that bubble pops, it says the housing prices will go down and housing would be more affordable for people. But this article says it's unaffordable. It's so unaffordable that the banks are losing out just by trying to do a mortgage.
Yeah, man, stop raising the damn thing. Just bring it all the way down and let people buy homes. If you can buy it now. If you want to wait for the burst of this bubble, then more power. It just,
well, it goes back to what Poohie and I were covering. Greed, man. Greedy, stingy.
That's a fact, man.
Greedy, stingy. The last one. Let's see. Business Insider Samantha. Man, I'm gonna butcher your last name, Samantha, so please forgive me. Deloya reports you may want to think twice before plugging your phone into a free phone charging station.
I heard about that.
Yeah, I've heard that too.
So this is recent. Like FBI warned people to avoid using free phone charging stations found in hotels, airports, and other public places.
I heard about that.
Hackers can now insert malware or monitoring software into phones through charging ports, and the agency said.
Yeah, buy those battery charged ones, the portable ones where you can charge.
There you go.
I would go that route than to rely on
oh wow,
airports and just
yeah.
You guys ever have
like 6 of those.
Go ahead, Queen. Oh
no, I was just saying I have like 6 of those laid around. I travel a lot, so I make sure I have enough.
Yeah.
You know, so I had a problem with the ports. You know, when you put the plugs into the ports, and then there's sometimes you try to insert it in and it don't charge anymore. So I solved it by buying me one of those magnetic chargers. Oh, it's so much better. You just put your phone on top of the magnetic thing and it charges.
Oh yeah.
You know what?
I remember when those first came out.
It's so, yeah, I don't have to worry about anything, even battery overcharge and stuff like that. Nope.
Yeah.
I bought mine at Target.
That's good to know, because I always wondered about that.
These are so cool.
This came out a while back. I got
it did.
Apple.
Android. Actually, Android was the one that came out with the technology, and then everybody else started taking it over.
Yeah.
They had the whole commercial. I remember because I was in Samoa when they put out that commercial. I was teaching a computer class, and I said, "Look at this magnetic chargers."
Yeah.
Now, anyhow, they say Los Angeles Deputy District Attorney once warned that a free charge could end up draining your bank account. Steer clear of these free cell phone charging stations, everybody. The FBI is saying this, Wefobz Nation, so you might want to take notice. Don't charge on these free phone charging stations. That's what we got for following the market. Any other things you guys want to cover there? I mean, that's where the money's flowing. Housing, hackers are getting their way up. And what was the other one? The AI, Elon Musk doing his shit again.
Just going back and forth.
Telling everybody he's doing one thing, but doing something else totally. Throw you off.
Hey, he's got the money, so money gives you options, and that's what he's doing.
Well, I like the move, though. That's a really good, you know, yeah, it actually, what do you call it? It's like an art of war kind of thing. Go one way and fake the other way. Fake out.
I think they call it the AI war going on right now. Like, so
Yep. But
It'll always be in there.
who benefits from the AI war? The everyday customer. But then, man, that's another scary thought. All these AIs coming out, disrupting the way economy is done,
Mhm.
disrupting your way of life.
Hey,
Which
you
is-
know, Android. Where's Android made from? Is Android the same as Samsung?
No,
Or
right there, ChatGPT, bro. I'm a ChatGPT right here on B.
yeah, because I'm on the road right now. I'm
I got
driving.
you. It comes from Google.
Hmm.
They acquired it in 2005. Google didn't
Okay,
invent it. They didn't invent it. They just acquired it. So it was Android was its own company, and they were bought out by Google because Google saw the big potential in it.
So Google, and they also own YouTube.
Yep. Google bought out YouTube too.
Yep. Yep.
This guy.
Give me 5 minutes. I'll be back, y'all.
5 minutes. Where the frick you go? We about to close
Yeah,
the
man.
segment out.
Closing
man.
out, man.
Yes. Let's close.
Hey.
3 minutes. 3 minutes. Come on.
All right. Since you got to
Hey,
go
yo, shout
pretty
out.
well. Any closing thoughts and shout outs?
Man, I just want to give our listeners a thank you. Thank y'all, man, for getting into our listening and chiming in, man. Shout out to all y'all. I hope y'all follow us, like and share, man. And if there's anything that Pony Moore said that offended you, I'm sorry. Full disclosure, I'm sorry. And everything also that I say is allegedly too. So, there you go. Cheer.
Queen.
Mahalo Punimo. Just want to give a shout out to everyone out there, our listeners, our current, our future listeners. And thank you so much for tuning in with Wefobz. And have a wonderful and blessed evening.
Chief.
Yeah, huge shout out to Ian Thongi, my guys out there that advanced into his American Idol competition, man. So huge shout out to you, my dude. We called it at the beginning of your journey, and it's good to see that you're still growing and advancing to the next level. Cheering you on, little young Toko. Also good to see Queen and Pony Moore back on here, stopping by to check us out. If you want to go check them out, go check out the Wefobz Podcast. It's funny as hell, man. And appreciate you guys, man. Hope you guys want that jump on that competition and get that 1,000 likes on Spotify. We'd love to try this out with everybody. Yeah, man. Hope you guys enjoy yourselves on this episode. I had a great time with my my team. You guys are great people. Thank you guys. Have a great rest of your week. Chieflott is out. Let's go.
There you heard it, Wefobz Nation. Definitely a shout out to all the people that we shouted out right here. We love you all. Also want to add another additional honorable mention to Israel Adesanya for getting back the middleweight title. Bro, thank you for representing for the Poly Nation too, out where you doing your thing. You represented for your side of the world and everything. What we want to say is we love you all. We hope to see you back again right here on the podcast, the Wefobz Nation podcast. And this has been your very own Wefobz cutting out. Let's get it.
Yes,
Wefobz.
sir.
Woo!
Wefobz.
Hey.
Holy,